Hi everyone, it's Beauty by Arike here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is going to be my first video. So I want you all to please encourage me more and be nice to me. Show you all how I created this look from the beginning to the end. So first thing I'm doing is I am using my mascara brush to brush a brow. Then I proceed to carve a brow. Next thing is to clean the whole face in order to remove all dirt. So I apply a little bit of sweat block. So next thing is my serum. Make sure you apply it on the whole part of the face. Next thing, I use a face moisturizer. This helps to keep the skin hydrated. The next thing is primer. It helps to create a surface on the face before applying foundation. As I go in with the foundation, take your time to blend. Don't be in an haste. Next thing is I apply a cream blush. This makes the makeup look more natural and provide full coverage. Make sure you blend properly. Then the next thing I did was to apply my concealer on a highlighting part. The first concealer shade I used is a little bit darker. So I blend it out properly. With a lighter shade of concealer at the corner of under eye, because I love to make my under eye pop out more. So I blend it also and apply to the other highlighting part. So I apply powder on the highlighted parts. Next thing is that I apply my dry brush. I apply my dry blush on the cheek to make it pop out. A little bit of it will go a long way. So the next thing I did was to use a darker shade of powder to contour her nose. I set the face with setting powder to keep her face flawless and long as it can. Then I use the setting spray to spray her face. This has to be one of my favorite parts. This ensures your makeup stay in place and stay calm. I dry a little bit and use my beauty blender to blend it all well. The next thing I did was to apply powder. Then I go with the setting powder to bake. Our under eye corner down to the nose and the other highlighted parts. So I use the control gel to brush the brow to make it smooth. Then I use a little bit of setting powder on it to avoid getting an oily brows. I am using the black and brown shades of brow gel. I am using the black gel first to draw out the shape before using the brown shade to fill the brows. A pencil to create a tiny strokes at the beginning of the brow. Then I use a lighter shade of concealer to conceal the down and use a skin tone shade for the upper part, then blend it well. Powder to blend the concealer well to our skin before using an eyeshadow primer on the lid. I blend it, the upper part with powder, then blend it. Then I use a nude eyeshadow palette for my transition. I used the eyeshadow primer to draw a cut crease line on the lid. Then apply the shadow. After doing that, you blend the shadow so it doesn't give a harsh line or a rough look. So I used the mascara on her lash. Then fix the lashes. I use a liquid liner to line. Then I use the gel liner to line the under part. So I am going to be using a graphic liner to create a design because I don't want a simple eyeshadow. So the next thing I do is to use the powder to cover the whole face. So I ensure there is no harsh lines. So I use a flat mouth brush to cut the shadow to make a sharp line. I spray again. So I use my lip palette for the lips. First of all, line the lip before applying the lip stain, and then blend it together. Then I apply lip gloss. Applied the cheek glaze on her cheek, forehead, jaw, and nose. This helps to have that glowing makeup look. Lastly, I use blue dust highlighter to have that sparkling look. So this is the final look. I hope you are able to achieve one or two things from this makeup tutorial. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, share, and also don't forget to subscribe so you can get to see all the tutorials on makeup tips and hacks I post. See you in my next video. Bye.